Hey guys, thanks for watching. Just want to make a video on a couple of cigar box instruments that I'm going to make. Here's the boxes with some sound holes cut in them. Another thing I'm looking at, these are the two pieces of wood that I'm going to use for the fingerboards. This is the start of a ukulele neck. This is 4 pieces of what, Jack? But I'm going to take that neck blank, and as you can see, I traced out 2 necks on it. Okay, we're going to cut these out. What we're going to do is take measurements for each fret marker and transfer that over to our fingerboards, which are over on the other bench. But just figuring out the dimensions of the fingerboard. All right, now we're going to cut these fingerboards the length. Wow, I have to replace that puck. We're going to cut these to width, the fingerboards. Transferred all the marks over, all the measurements from the frets. Now I have to mark these so I know where to cut. Before I cut these frets, it's probably a good idea to just check and see if they line up. Just want to show some of the things that can happen. This actually should be flipped around. There's a little tit that sticks out, so it caused my first fret to be kicked, as you can see. So we're going to have to start over with this. We'll run through the planer and all better. Okay, there we go. 2 fretboards ready for frets. It seems it's probably a better idea to cut the taper of the fingerboard before I fret, because then, well, obviously I'd have to cut through the frets. skip to the last one. Alright, so there it is. I got a level. There's some sticking up. I will sand it, or take these sharp edges down and then level the frets, and that's a fretboard. One more to go. Okay, time to grind the edges. And that's the second neck all glued up. Alright, I'm thinking about what I'm going to do for a bridge. And I noticed that the leftover pieces from when I was making the fingerboard happens to be about the same height as the bridge. See how far down that is, and we can mark it so that the other holes are the same. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm just going to cut, but I'm going to drill 4 of them. So then it turns out like that. And I'm going to cut slots. Okay. Now I have to cut the slot in the bridge where I'm going to slide the ebony in, and that's going to be the saddle. Both of the slots for the saddle are cut. Alright, next thing I have to do is cut the slots so that the strings can have a good angle up to the bridge. And I think this is the only way I'm going to be able to do it. So. Alright, now for the other one. So here's both bridges with the slots cut. Okay, here's the stick of ebony that I'm going to use, and as you can tell, it wasn't cheap. This is not that long of a piece, 3/4 inch, 35 bucks. But this should make good, I'm thinking for the saddle and the nut. This is all waxed up, so I'll have to scrape this wax off and use it. I will cut these to size. This will be nuts and saddles. Back area. There we go. So that's starting to shape up to look like a bridge. I think I started by saying this wasn't going to be a step-by-step video. What was I wrong? So there we go. should have clamped that down. Well, I can still do it. Have a little bit extra. There we go. Cut a couple tapers on the bridges, so it gives it kind of a little bit more of a, not a boxy look, but just something little. Give it a little bit of flair. Everyone loves flair. Okay, for those of you who can't visualize, this is kind of what's going on. These are starting to look like something. Turtle clock. He's always wanted to play cigar box uke. I'm not going to do anything fancy with the headstocks. Maybe kind of a, I guess, a Martin looking headstock, kind of. To do some sanding, but that's better than scroll sawing. Faux show. We make a couple blocks for the neck and for the heel. block's a little too thick, so we're gonna take a little bit of thickness off as soon as I can get my sauce lined up here. Do 2 cuts. Almost perfect. And we're going to cut these blocks to size. One. Once the box shuts, it'll work perfect. We'll bolt the neck through that block, and I think I'm going to use some walnut for the end blocks because it happens to be the right thickness. First, I'm going to see the syringe. Get the hang of that. Keep going until it looks like that. All right. I think we're ready for some rough sanding. For a little bit of sanding and shaping. Pretty close to and bolt it on. Here's also the what the neck is going to look like. Has this piece of paduk on it and smoothed out. It's a lot thinner profile than the other neck, and it's ready to get bolted on. After a lot of debate with myself, of course, because no one else really cares about this stuff, instead of using this punch box, I'm going to use this Romeo and Juliet box. Romeo e Giulietta. It's kind of a really neat looking box, and I think that she will like this better than the punch box, because the punch box has a goofy clown, and nobody likes a goofy clown. Just drilled a hole in the neck block, and now we're going to position the neck and transfer the mark onto the neck, and hopefully it'll line up pretty good. Time to bolt the neck on. Put a little glue on this. And the fingerboard is going to float right above the soundboard, or the top of the cigar box. Neck is bolted on. It's going to be ready for the bridge. Put a little bit of lemon oil and true oil. Just give it a little bit of protection. Jack. Oh, he's not. What do you think, Jack? Looks pretty good? I think he thinks it's good. He doesn't like the smell of true oil. Here's how she looks, ready for tuners and setting up the action. Okay, here she is with tuners installed. Nothing left to do except string it up, set the action. Hopefully we got a player. There's the finished ukulele.